Self-navigating organic transport defragmentation transcription sequence tape number 6 initiating. Continuation of routine maintenance protocol as dictated by my creator. This current transcription covers events at Sparrow Crest Academy beginning in January 2018, as some students grapple with the idea that they are being sent on a mission through space and time. While back at Sparrow Crest Academy, in present time, students deal with mysterious happenings.
Okay, let's just try to be rational about this.
Rational? We hid in a closet at school, and now we're on a train in New Mexico in 1879. What's rational about any of this?
All who wonder are not lost. Rational is defined by Webster's dictionary as based on reason or...
Excuse me, whoever you are, you said your name was D.E.B, right? And we stepped into some sort of time machine?
That is correct. More specifically, I am a self-navigating organic transporter.
Self-navigating organic transporter? You mean a snot?
Yes, Sparrow model, number 001. I am the first and only of my kind.
This is not Las Vegas.
That is incorrect. Las Vegas, New Mexico was established in 1835, 70 years before Las Vegas, Nevada. It is the home of the cowboy, cowgirl, gold panners, and homestead seekers, where the tumbleweeds blow. Well, you get the picture.
That's all very interesting, but why are we here? Can you help us?
I thought you'd never ask. Mr. Mitchell and friend.
I'm Poppi.
Mr. Mitchell and friend are currently in a private drawing room of a train traveling towards Las Vegas. If you look to the right of your feet, you will see a wooden trunk. Open it and you will find proper attire for your mission.
Our mission?
Your mission is to locate Hoodoo Brown and take back what he has stolen.
Hoodoo Brown? That's an interesting name.
Yes, Poppi. That is an interesting name. He is a colorful character. He also has what you need. But first, you both need to change your clothes.
Wow, look at all the ruffles and buttons. This is gonna take a while.
Look at these ridiculous shoes. So, how do we find this guy and why are we even looking for him?
Hoodoo Brown, notorious outlaw train robber, leader of the Dodge City Gang, has taken something of great value from your ancestor, Marco Barrow. You must retrieve it in order to return home.
What is it?
A precious stone once given to your great-great-great-great-uncle by the shaman in South America.
That's a whole lot of G's. Okay, this is getting weirder by the minute.
Time is of the essence. How ironic. When you have the stone in your possession, find any closed door and knock like this.
Is that it? That's all she's got? Okay, well, I guess we better do this. Kettrick must be worried, wondering where we are.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize anyone was in here. I'm a bit lost, actually. Can you point me in the direction of the dining car?
It's that way.
Thank you, young man. Much obliged.
Mitch, was it just me, or did that woman seem familiar to you? There's something about her that makes me feel like I've met her before.
I think we're being robbed.
I think you're right.
Well, what do we have here? A couple of kids all alone in this big private compartment. Where's your mom and pa at?
Our parents are waiting for us in Las Vegas, sir.
You look as if you're worth a pretty penny. Let's go. Down in car. Move. Look what I found, boss. Couple of kids we could ransom.
Shut your mouth, Dirty Dave. I'm in the middle of something. I was just telling these fine folks that we will be separating them from their valuables. And they don't want to cause no ruckus.
You heard him, you kids. Sit down. Right there. With that finely dressed gentleman.
You'll be fine, children. Just keep quiet.
Who are these guys?
Just your run-of-the-mill outlaws. No need for alarm.
Well, I'll be liberating you of that necklace, madam. Thank you.
If you don't mind, I'll just slide my bag a little closer to your feet.
I thank you kindly, all you fine people. Look at all these fine things you've decided to gift me and my men. I told y'all if you just cooperated, this'd go smoothly. And I'm a man of my words, ain't I, boys? Yeah!
Faux show.
Sir, what happens if we don't have anything valuable?
Trust me, young lady, that's a problem I wish I had.
Now, I know all you fine folks are gonna miss me, but I think it's about time me and my gang depart this lovely iron horse. We'd be much obliged if you keep your mouth shut around the sheriff, but if you don't, at least describe me as all handsome-like for the wanted posters. What are y'all standing around for? Go after her! Dang nabbit! Yeah! Why, you dirty, rotten scoundrel!
What have we gotten ourselves into?
Well, howdy, partner.
What do you think we should do first?
I think our first step should be to find somewhere quiet and try to figure this out.
There's a saloon across the street.
Yeah, right. Like we want to be around even more outlaws.
Hey, it might be our only chance. We're almost to the end of the town already.
Hey, what about this? This looks good. Room and board, $1 a week. It looks respectable enough.
Might as well. Do we have any money?
I do, actually. Hello? Anyone home?
Well, look what the cat dragged in. You two look plumb exhausted and ready for a hot bath. That's 25 cents extra, mind. But from the looks of you, you need it. No offense.
We do?
Water won't hurt you. That's what I always say. You may be strangers to me, but you shouldn't be no stranger to some soap and water. And I can tell, you both are wanting a room. Your parents still walking up the road from the train? Or did you take the stagecoach?
Train.
That was a nasty business. The Dodge City gang robbing that train.
I guess news travels fast around here.
I have my eyes and ears. Your parents are on their way here now, you said? Did the gang steal something from them?
No, ma'am.
You got money?
Yes, ma'am. I have money, and my cousin and I came alone, but my parents will be joining us in the next few days, though.
Yeah, my aunt told us you were the best boarding house in town, and to look for it specifically. She even said to ask for you by name, Mrs.
There ain't no Mrs. about it. Everyone around here calls me Ma. Ma Kettlebomb.
Right, Ma Kettlebomb. Kettle Bomb.
So you poor things were on the train alone when Hoodoo and his gang bushwhacked it, huh?
Did you say hoodoo?
I sure did. That rascal Hoodoo has been a leader of that band of trigger-happy hoodlums for almost 6 months now. Somebody needs to put a stop to it, but everyone knows it won't be the sheriff. Well, come on then. Let's get you settled. Phoebe!
Yes, Ma?
Let's put these guests in room 4. They will be wanting a bath, so leave our best toilet waters. That's 10 cents extra. But who's counting?
Yes, Ma? You came on the train?
Yes?
I'd like to raid on the train someday. The first one only just came to Las Vegas a few months ago. Ma says someday the entire country will be crisscrossed with trains, but I don't believe that. There's plenty of
Time! Plenty of time. Who knows what the future holds, right?
Well, here it is, our second best room. Supper is already passed, but dinner is at 6. Ma's baking pot pies tonight. 5 cents for extra gravy. Don't lose your room key. Ma charges a whole $1 for lost keys. We won't. Now what? We don't even have suitcases to unpack.
I'm pretty sure most people only had 1 or 2 outfits back then. Now, it's so confusing. But you have to be more careful, Mitch. You almost gave us away.
I know. Sorry.
Deb didn't say it, but I'm pretty sure we don't want anyone knowing we came from the future. Okay, what do we know?
Somehow we need to get some sort of precious stone from the leader of a Wild West gang of cowboy outlaws.
And that woman who looked familiar stole that duffel bag thingy from that guy on the train we were sitting with. And now Hoodoo's gang is looking for her. Or they were.
They're probably long gone by now. All of them.
Maybe. I say we go down to dinner and just keep our eyes and ears open. Maybe they have a hideout near here or something. What?
You look ridiculous in that dress. How can you even move under all of that?
It's not easy, and these boots are killing me. But I'm starving. Let's go down to dinner. Mitch, that's the guy who was on the train with us. The one whose bag was stolen by that woman. There aren't any other empty seats.
Well, good evening, children. It appears we meet again.
Good evening. Can we sit here?
By all means. And just in time, here's Miss Kettlebomb.
The pies are beef and potato. You want 1 to share or 2? 2, please. No extra gravy. I'll let Ma know.
My name's Poppi, and this is my cousin Mitch.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Poppi. I wish it were under better circumstances. My name is Marco Barrow.
Did you say Barrow?
I did.
As in related to Remington Barrow? Ow!
I doubt you know him. He's in New Hampshire, Barrow.
I don't believe I've ever heard that name, no. Is that where you children hail from?
We go to school in Beaconsfield, New Hampshire.
That's a fair distance. Tell me about your school.
It's a private boarding school called Sparrow Crest Academy.
Really? And what do you study at your academy?
All kinds of things. Mathematics, literature, science, history, the usual.
And what do you study, Miss Poppi?
The same as Mitch, but I really like history. Our school was built in 1898. I mean, 1878.
So not that long ago, Poppi.
Right. So, Mr. Barrow, what do you do?
Well, believe it or not, Miss Poppi, but I too am interested in history. I guess you could call me a world traveler of sorts.
Really? Where have you been to?
Most recently Egypt, but before that I was in Ecuador. Lovely country, Ecuador.
Are you a professor?
No, I guess you could call me a wanderer. I go where my fancy takes me, although all who wander are not lost, or so they say.
That's funny. You're the second person to say that to us today. Huh. I guess we're kind of wanderers too, Poppi. In a way.
Yes, I suppose traveling from New Hampshire to New Mexico would seem like different worlds. But sometimes I find that when you wander too far, you find yourself missing home. Perhaps you will miss your academy and make your way back there soon. Well, I'm just about finished here, and I fear that if I stay at this table for any longer, our good hostess will charge me extra for loitering. Good evening, children. Perhaps we'll meet again and you'll tell me more about your school that was built so long ago in 1898. I mean, 1878.
Nice going, Poppi. And you think I'm the one who's gonna blow our cover?
We both need to be more careful. But do you realize who he is, Mitch? That's your great uncle.
I don't really know what to think. Deb said that Hoodoo stole the precious stone from him too.
Well, if he really travels the world, maybe the precious stone is some sort of artifact.
Do you think so?
Well, it makes sense. Plus, that woman stole his bag. It can't be a coincidence. Okay, shh. Phoebe's coming over.
Ma says that she made these special for you. She put extra meat in. Thank you. They smell delicious.
Thank you, Phoebe. I think we're good.
All right.
You can go back to the kitchen now.
I suppose I should.
Or do you want to sit with us?
I'm not allowed, but I sure would like to. We don't get many kids my age at the house, especially not ones without parents. We have parents, or at least Poppi does. They really are going to be here soon. Ma doesn't believe you, but don't worry. She's like a ma to everyone. She won't mind if you stay here. I guess I better go, but tomorrow I can show you around town if you'd like. I have to go to the laundry before supper, and I'd sure like company.
Oh, I don't know if we'll be free.
That sounds great. See you then.
Now what's going on?
Is that the woman from the train? Her wrists are tied up.
Good people of Las Vegas, I bring before you the real culprit of today's unfortunate train robbery. This woman, Miss Tassie Grove, has been the mastermind behind it all. My men, although far from saints, have been falsely accused of dastardly deeds for far too long. It is her who done the stealing.
Where's your proof?
Why, right here, Mr. Bainbridge, right here.
That's Marco's bag. How do you get that?
I told you it couldn't be a coincidence. Come on, we need to get closer so we don't miss anything. Here comes the sheriff.
I better not. You two go.
All right, everyone. Break it up. I'll just take this lady into the jail for questioning. Mr. Brown, since you are so willing to return this satchel full of stolen goods, I'm sure you won't mind handing it over so I can make sure every single bit of its contents is returned to its rightful owners.
Of course not, Sheriff. By all means.
Mitch, we need to get a look inside that bag. If there's jewelry in it, it might be the precious stone. And I really don't think it's a good idea to hang out with Phoebe tomorrow.
Why not? She's harmless, Poppi. Plus, I feel kind of bad for her. Would you want to be the only kid in this town?
I just feel like this could be dangerous. I don't want to drag her into it. Excuse me, Sheriff. My name's Poppi, and this is my cousin Mitch. We were on the train earlier today that was robbed. Might we look in that satchel to see if our mother's stolen jewelry is in there?
I suppose.
Oh, thank goodness. Look, Mitch, Mother's necklace. It's here.
That belongs to your mother?
Oh, yes, sir. It was her mother's before her. Granddaddy gave it to her on their wedding day. It came all the way from Paris, and my grandmother wore it every day of her life, Mother says.
Enough. Yes, take it, please. I've had enough chatter from her in that cell.
What's your name, child?
Hey, you be quiet.
I ain't causing no harm. I'm just asking a question.
Excuse me?
I asked your name.
We need to be going now.
Well, that's probably a good idea. Why don't you kids just skedaddle now?
I swear, Mitch, I know that woman from somewhere. She gives me the creeps.
Do you really think that necklace you grabbed is the precious stone?
I think there's a better than average chance. I mean, look at it. It's silver and it's got this weird stone or jewel on it. But let's get back to Ma's. I feel weird out here on the street. Okay, if this is the precious stone, all we have to do is knock and we can get out of here.
I'm ready, but I feel kind of bad.
What? Why?
I don't know. Phoebe asked us to hang out with her tomorrow, and if we just leave...
Mitch, seriously, she has her mother and there has to be other kids in this town somewhere. We don't belong here. And I, for one, want to get back to our real lives with our real friends. You'll like Kettrick just as much as Phoebe, I promise.
And if Hoodoo stole this from Marco, why do we need to get it back? Couldn't Marco get it back himself?
Well, I guess in the past he didn't get it back, or we wouldn't be here in the past trying to get it back for him. I say we just do what D.E.B told us and get out of here. Now knock, Mitch, knock. Do it again. I don't get it. D.E.B said that when we found the stone and knocked on a closed door, it would take us back to the snot. I really want to go home.
I want to go home too, but I don't think this is the right stone, Poppi.
Hey Keely. Hey Tori. Can I sit with you guys for lunch today?
Sure. Where's your regular lunch crowd? Poppi and the new kid?
Well, I'm not sure where they are. They're just not here today.
Here, Kettrick, you can sit next to me.
Thanks, Tori. Where's Miranda today? Doesn't she usually sit with you both for lunch?
Yeah, she usually does. But I think she said that she was going to hang out by the East Lawn Pond during lunch today. I bet she's looking for old bluegill.
What's so special about old bluegill?
It's a huge blue fish in the pond. Allegedly. People say it's like 100 years old, and that it's magic and it will grant you one wish if you catch it. Allegedly. My aunt saw it when she was a freshman here. Says it poked its head out of the water and coughed at her a few times, and then it swam away.
Weird.
Definitely.
I'll catch up to her after. Anybody want my dessert? I'm usually pretty good with Mrs. Grudge's food, but I'm not quite feeling fruitcake fondue today.
No, I'm good. Me too.
Hey, Kettrick.
Hey, Miranda. Looking for old bluegill?
Yeah, he's a carp, and they love sweet corn. Miss Grudge gave me some from the cafeteria. They also like worms. Not the big nightcrawler kind, but the smaller trout worms. I've got some here, too. He's real, you know. I saw him once.
For real?
I'm being for real. It was an overcast day, just like today, right before the sunset. The carp all swim around like a gang. About a dozen of them glided by under the surface, and right in the middle of them was this huge, iridescent blue one, bigger than all the others. They darted by like they were chasing something, and then they were gone.
Wow. Do you believe what they say? That it's magic? That it'll grant you a wish if you catch it?
I just know what I saw, and who doesn't want to believe in magic? Oh no, is that what the time is? I'm gonna be late for Professor Paul's class. Here, take this. I'd rather the fish have it instead of him. The guy eats everything.
I've heard. Later. I know what I'd wish for if I caught him. For Poppi and Mitch to be all right.
School paper, this is Hillary. How can I help you? Oh, hello, Ms. Perez. Thank you for returning my call. Our editor, Regina was wondering if you would be open to her interviewing you for your renovation plans for the astronomy tower? Yes? Excellent. Would tomorrow morning at 10 in our office work for you? Great, we'll see you then. Have a great day.
Okay, talk to me, Hillary. Where are we at? Issue's due out in 2 days. Did you interview Poppi about her Tower League thingy?
Yes, I'm putting it together right now.
I don't really care about it and think she's wasting her time, but we have to be balanced in our reporting. How about Miss Perez? Were you able to set up a time with her so that we can get her side of it?
Yep, just confirmed with her. She's coming in tomorrow at 10.
Great. That will be our lead story. We'll call it Tower Struggle.
Great title.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna make a few calls and then get ready for class. Make sure no one bothers me.
Yo, what's up, Hillary? Where's the boss lady?
Regina is not to be bothered at the moment, Kettrick. She's quite busy.
Okay, got it. I won't keep her long.
Kettrick!
You know, I'm not sure how they did things at your old school, but I assume that even there, they taught you it's impolite to enter without knocking.
Whatever. Look, I need your help with something.
Was there some meeting that I have no memory of where we became friends? If so, please refresh my memory. On second thought, don't. I'm very busy right now, as I had hoped my assistant would have told you before letting you in here.
Don't blame Hillary. She tried. Anyways, I just popped in because I heard Miss Perez is recruiting kids for some kind of a special project. Supposedly, something to do with her plan for the tower. I don't trust her though, and neither should you.
You should focus more on minding your own business, and no offense, Kettrick, but you smell a little weird today.
Huh? Oh snap. It's cool. It's just the worms I have in my pocket. They've been in there all day. I'm not positive, but I think most of them are dead.
Gross!
I'd better go get rid of them. Think about what I said. Later. Ew, these worms do stink. Well, these fish will eat them up quick. I can't believe Miranda saw old bluegill. Maybe I'll get a chance to see him sometime. No way. No way.
Why, hello, Kettrick.
Professor.
Okay, Kettrick, what is it?
Okay, so I was down at the pond earlier with Miranda Poole, who spends a lot of her spare time down there looking for old bluegill. That's a big blue.
I'm quite aware of old bluegill, Kettrick. What happened at the pond?
So I was feeding the fish at the pond, and after a little while, this big blue carp pops its head out of the water near the shore, looks at me, and starts coughing, like it's trying to clear its throat. Next thing I know, it spits the stone out onto the ground right next to me.
Well done, Kettrick. That is an excellent find. Rumor had it that my grandfather, Marco Barrow, the school's original headmaster, had accidentally fed the stone to a carp shortly after he converted the family estate to a school. He was known to be brilliant, but quite clumsy. I'd never really believed the story until now. It must be that the stone extended the carp's life and gave him that brilliant blue hue. This was a great find indeed, but I just hope it hasn't come too late.
What do you mean?
As I mentioned yesterday, Poppi and Mitch are with D.E.B. And if my calculations are correct, she has taken them into the past to retrieve the third stone before it ends up in the hands of the witch Adelgonda.
I don't get it. She's here, in our time, posing as Miss Perez. How can she be there, too?
Adelgonda is ancient. There are accounts of her as far back as 1,000 years or more. My father always felt that, like D.E.B., the witch may have the ability to move between time and space, and as amazing as D.E.B. is, she does have limitations. One being that she can only hold herself at a location in time for 48 hours before she must return. What this means, Kettrick, is that if Poppi and Mitch don't complete their quest and return to D.E.B. by tomorrow evening, they will be stuck in the past, possibly forever.
You have been listening to the Mysteries of Sparrow Crest podcast, The Stone Seekers, Part 2, Blast to the Past, featuring Jocelyn Bissett, Melina Mitchell, Tristan Schult, Stephanie Petro, John Mitchell, Sarah Schult, Ryan Breen, Malik McDuffie, Elizabeth D.E.B, Lorelei Rivera, Madeline Devins, Jennifer Davis, Lydia Peckrell, Alexa Markowitz, Destiny Brissett, Araya Pierre-Louise, Lily Reed, Keith Schult, and Susan Edwards. Mysteries of Sparrow Crest is created by Lisabeth Gay, Stephanie Petro, Elizabeth D.E.B, and John Mitchell. Produced by John Mitchell. Original theme music composed by The Infinity Cycle. Mysteries of Sparrow Crest is available on all major podcast listening platforms. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider leaving us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcast or Spotify to assist other students in finding our podcast. Mysteries of Sparrow Crest is produced in conjunction with the Peru Central School District and the Peru After School Career Exploration Program.